So finally, we are at the concept of trend lines. So let's understand how do you draw trend lines? What are the different types of trend lines? I'm sure I'm going to be discussing about a trend line which you would have never heard about. So let's get started. Now, as you can see on my screen, we have a chart. It is JSW steel. We have already marked our support and resistance. Now we have to draw trend lines. Now to draw trend lines, the concept is very much similar to what the concept was for support and resistance. We look for swing highs and swing lows. But when it comes to trend line, we look for dynamic swing highs and swing lows. In the sense, now if you look at a certain trend, you will see that when the market gave you a high and it came down, it made a swing high. It went up and came down, it made another swing high. This is a swing low, that's a swing low, and swing low, that's a swing low, that's a swing low, that's a swing high. Right now, but whenever this uptrend is happening, do you see that there are minor swing highs and lows at multiple levels? So we can draw trend lines like this by combining the points of those swing lows and swing highs. Over here, I have one swing low, I have another swing low, so I'm going to consider it like this. That's going to be my point 1, that's going to be my point 2. All I'm going to do after that, I'm just going to extend that line, and then that becomes your trend line in the market. Now let's take another example. Let's say we look at this high and we look at that high. So you choose your trend line, which is the trend line tool. Choose this as your first high, choose this as your second high. That's all. You need 2 swing highs to draw a resistant trend line, 2 swing lows to draw a support trend line. So I'm going to consider that as my first, that'll be my second. All I'm doing after that is extending the line, that's all. So whenever the price came close to this, there was a rejection and the price started falling down. Similarly, we had a breakout here, that's your retracement trend, and then the market started moving higher. And again, it came down, took support here, and then went higher. So trend lines can be drawn by considering 2 swing highs and 2 swing lows. So the highs are going to give you resistant trend line, this is an example, and the low is going to give you a support trend line, this is an example. Let's draw another trend line, the recent trend. Let's change the time frame to, let's say we go on to 15 minutes time frame. Over here, can we draw a trend line? Yes, we can. In the recent trend, this is the live market. I'm going to consider this as my swing high. I'm going to consider this as my another swing high, and I'm going to draw the line. So that becomes one trend line in the market. Later in the day, when the price gives us a bullish move, comes here, we can expect rejection from there. We can expect the price to go bearish from there. Why? Is because this is your first resistance touch, second resistance touch, and this is your third resistance touch in the market. It is simple as that, excuse me. Now, other than that, we can draw a support level here as well. Now, how will that work? It is very simple. That's going to be my first touch, that's going to be my second touch. All I'm going to do is extend the line over here. So if the price falls down, let's say it gets rejected, or maybe somewhere it gets rejected and comes back and gives me a touch here, I can expect bullishness from there, because multiple times, first, second, third, 4 times when the price came to this trend line, there was a bullishness. So again, if the price comes down to this trend line over here, I can expect the price to be bullish from there. Now these simple trend lines and simple support resistance will help you to understand where you should buy, where you should sell. Now for an example, you would never buy at a resistance zone, because we know that resistance pushes the price down. Similarly, you would never buy at a support zone, because you know that the price always goes bullish at support. It is a very clear mindset, a very clear approach using price action towards the market that you can use to find trading opportunities in the live market. So yeah, this was about it for this episode. Let's move on to the next topic and then continue with the price action analysis. Yeah.